Without going out of your door, you can know all things on earth. Without looking out of your window, you can know the ways of heaven.
Welcome to the Inner Light podcast, where we hope to shed light on the lesser-known aspects of our favourite Beatle George Harrison and delve into everything from his music to his extraordinary life. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Inner Light podcast. Just wanted to say a huge thank you to all the support that we had on episode 1. We've honestly been amazed and we're so excited to get this episode started. So let's get it started. So Harry, how are you?
Yeah, I've been all right. Just doing uni stuff. What about you?
Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of boring. Retail life, you know.
You love it. It's your aspiration, you know.
It really isn't, but pays the bills. Pays my crippling record obsession.
I mean, who knows? One day, if a representative from Friar Park wants to, hire us, that would be pretty.
Wink, wink.
That'd be pretty cool.
We're not asking or anything.
We're not asking. We're begging. But I can't believe in the first episode we didn't even mention the fact that we met. Like that's crazy.
And the story is wild, guys. So
it's law. I mean, like it was me and my girlfriend at Paul McCartney at the Got Back tour in London, and
December 19th.
December 19th. No, well, and had this like little tap on my shoulder, and I was like, "What the?" And I turn around, and it's this Sophie girl, and I'm like,
"It's me."
I'm like, "Whoa!" And then 10 seconds later, someone just kills over and passes out.
Guys, this guy literally falls to the ground.
I mean, we're laughing at it now, but it was so scary, and like
it was dead silent. Everyone just like staring at this guy, and then his wife starts like screaming, and I'm like, what?
I
had just met Harry like 2 minutes prior,
and I'm like shouting.
Yeah, everyone starts shouting. I'm in shock.
And then like 10 seconds later, like because we were like held in like a little like waiting area, and then like as soon as like the time came, everyone was just like walking over this guy, and I felt absolutely awful. But like that's besides the point. We met, which was sick,
and it's amazing because we were sat in the same section for the trip. I was sat like 6 rows behind you.
Yeah, and we were like on the same side as well. Like we were in the same section, both like I was on the aisle. I think you were like just like into the row.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. But I had a view of Harry that whole night.
And I stayed perfectly still. I was really calm about the whole thing.
You just keep saying that.
I mean, like, like, did you see me moving in jet? No, you didn't.
Oh god, I think about that night weekly.
I feel like if we had to sum it up for one thing, it would just be that time when Ringo came on, and we didn't really like interact like all night because we were like locked into the performance. Like it was unreal.
Mm-hmm. And you were like rows ahead of me.
Yeah, like we were close, but we weren't because it's like a massive arena. Look behind, you lock eyes with me, and we're like, what the fuck? 2 of the Beatles on stage.
Yeah.
Which is like, I know it's like not like a rare occurrence, but like for like a young fan, this is like,
this is the dream. We live the dream.
Mental. That like, I don't want to say the worst case scenario, but like you never know when the last chance is going to be. So I'm fortunate for like my first time seeing Paul as well for that to happen. So
yeah, same. And it was after Ringo walked off, played 2 songs, walked off, and Harry just turns to me slowly, and like we lock eyes, and it's like, what the hell?
No, I think I literally mouthed to you, what the fuck? Like I was in shock. There's a video.
I was in tears.
There's like a video on my camera where like I'm screaming Like my throat hurt for like the next like 5 days after that. Like
I have a video on Instagram of the moment, and you can just hear me screaming, like wailing in the
it's so real
background.
because like
What a moment.
when he last played the O2, he did it with like Ronnie Wood and Ringo like on the same time, and we had Ronnie Wood, which was like mental, but like there was a bit of me that was like, oh, if only Ringo. I heard like rumors of him being there, and obviously he was, but we didn't know because
he was sat in the crowd, but from where we were, we couldn't see.
No, like there was one point where like every single person in the audience like shifted to like the right side that he was on, but we couldn't see anything. I tried getting that like 20 times zoom on my phone, but it just wasn't happening.
I had no idea what was going on. I was just there.
But yeah, it was a really weird night. I mean, we barely got to talk. We got that one photo together. That's about it.
But yeah, there's a lot of lore.
I mean, we shared that night and it was unreal. But,
amazing. One of the best nights of my life.
it was great night. So today's episode, we're looking into George Harrison's 1979 self-titled album.
So how we're going to do this is we're going to deep dive into each track, go through one by one, but we're going to start off with the context. So, 1979. So this is after 33 and a Third. So George is spending a lot of time in Hawaii with Olivia. They're just vibing over there.
They're just like in like a whirlwind romance at this time, aren't they?
They're honestly in like their own little bubble, and it's adorable.
After like this shit that's happened to him, it's just nice to see him just chilling on the beach.
Yeah, I mean, if we have a look at the past couple years from then on, I mean, we had the separation from Patty. The divorce was finally finalized around this time. You had the My Sweet Lord lawsuit that was like a plague for him. And then May 1978, you had the passing of his father. He was going through a lot.
3 months after, like, Danny's born on the 1st of August 1978. George and Olivia married like a month later.
Mm-hmm. This is truly a new chapter for
it's
him.
Like a very like up and down his life. He used like comedy a lot. Like so obviously in 33 and the Third we have songs like this song, Crackerbox Palace. But he's working a lot with like Eric Idle for things like the Ruttles. Like he did like All You Need Is Cash, which we'll probably go into another episode, like all his films and stuff. But
yeah, and you got Life of Brian. That's a whole other.
That's a whole other can of fish. But like, and like he's also been obsessing in Formula One. Like we'll go into that with Faster on this album. But like he's always been a fan, but like he is in it at this time, and
he is a full-on motorhead at this point.
But I think it's like mental because like this is the time like we've got like the Clash, the Sex Pistols, like going around. Like this probably wasn't a very cool album when it came out. Like with like New Wave. Like he's just doing his own thing. It's taken retrospection for it to get like the respect that it really deserves.
I think so. And it's one of his most beautiful works. It's just beautiful to hear him happy.
And I feel like there's no like overbranching like message. Like it's not like the big statement that all things must pass was. It's just him. Yeah.
A bloke on a beach, Formula One, falling in love again.
Probably a pint as well.
Yeah.
And that takes us to track 1. Love Comes to Everyone. Surprise, surprise. Who comes in for track 1?
Mr. Eric Clapton.
Oh my days. I mean, that's like mad. Straight away, Eric Clapton coming in to start the album. It's so mad.
It's like yeah.
I mean, like, I can't even imagine. If that was like my best friend, like it's honestly amazing how that friendship like survived. So, like I know they're both like bigger people, but like it's mad.
They took Bros Before Hoes extremely seriously.
They really did. But I mean, like It's really cute. Like, he has, like, obviously moved on, and it's almost like he's looking at, like, the songs, like, Love Comes to Everyone. Like, he's found love. Eric at the time's found love. They're all, it's just happy.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when you go back to a track, like, if you go back to his cover of, like, Bye Bye Love, from Dark Horse, you can just
Bro's going through it.
he is in the pits, like, utterly.
I absolutely love that cover though.
It's so different. It's like, it's almost like not a cover. It's sick.
But we're not talking about Dark Horse, Harry.
Not yet.
We'll get there.
And then, like, there's the solo. Is it Steve Winwood? I haven't got it, like, written down, but I think I recall that, like, the synth solo, like, midway through, it's sick. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's just a treat to listen to be honest. And it's a perfect way to open this album, and it's a testament to George and this period. Also, I just want to know, this was the opening song for the Japan tour, which I would do anything to go back in time for that tour.
There's, like, a really dodgy, like, recording that circulates a bit, and I have it on, like, I burnt it to a CD, because I collect, like, loads of George bootlegs, but I would do anything to hear, like, the proper, like, recording about. Like,
it's so gutting though that they dropped it after the first night.
And it's, like, the same with the Dark Horse tour. There was, like, a great recording of, like, Who Can See It, but it's in, like, the shittest quality. The same, like, The Lord That Loves the One That Loves the Lord. Both them songs.
Oh my
like,
god.
And I think that's the thing with, like, George tours. Like, he'll have, like, a few songs that he's, like, hanging around, and then just, like, nah, not feeling that after, like, the first night.
But how can you not? Love Comes to Everyone is just the perfect opener for a tour, for an album.
For anything. But what do we know?
We know a lot.
True. That is why we're making a podcast. But
okay, track 2.
Track 2, Not Guilty. Obviously a White Album outtake. It's mental how it didn't make the album. I mean, it had, like, over 100 takes of it, and it didn't get on the White Album.
But what Revolution Line did? Okay.
I just think it's mad. Like, how do you even record a song 102 times? There might even be more that I'm not aware of.
It's over 100. It's way over 100.
It's mad, and it took George to write, like, his book I Me Mine when he went for his archives, and then was like, oh shit, Not Guilty and Circles, which obviously went on.
I have this song from 10 years ago.
And it's just mental how he was like, yeah, White Album outtake, bum on this album, but just completely changed the genre.
I do love both versions. I can't choose though, like, which one I prefer.
I think it depends on the day, because sometimes I really do like the rockin' version.
Yeah, it's edgy.
But I don't know, there's something that's just, I don't know, it's got a loungy kind of vibe. It's just completely different. And I mean, stylistically, if he was to go in with the Beatles version on this album, it would be so out of place, and it would probably be like the worst track because it just doesn't fit.
True.
So I
George
do
is
see
a
why he
cohesion
has
king.
adapted it.
Yeah. I'm happy that he kept, like, the same guitar lick though. I'm so obsessed with it.
It's so,
like, he knew it was good. He knew it was good 10 years prior. He knew it was good then.
well, he knew. It was like when he left the Beatles, he was like, fuck yeah, I made all these great songs. Like he knew.
Well, what did he say in Get Back? He said, like, he had all these songs and he's just gonna, like, do him for a while.
And then when he released, like, All Things Must Pass, it was like, it was constipating. Like, he had so many songs and he just couldn't let them all out.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the amount of outtakes from All Things Must Pass that didn't make the cut. I mean,
Oh, I know.
look at the deluxe box set that came out. I mean, the tracks from that.
Oh my god, how we keep going on tangents.
We do, but, like,
we need to stay on this album. We just keep going to, like, different albums.
we're getting ego.
Oh god. But yeah, it's rather telling when you listen to it with the knowledge that it was written 10 years before, back in 1968.
And it's aged like wine. Like, it's aged so well.
Anything George did aged like wine, okay?
Like fast.
Apart from apart from something.
But we'll get there. We will get there.
We will get there. I do have a little quote from George. Can I share it?
Go for it.
He said, "It's just about that period in '68. It's a complete joke, the lyric. In fact, if you go back on all the records, there's a lot of comedy in it. You just have to look for it." So that kind of goes back with what you mentioned earlier, how he uses comedy.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
been doing it for over a decade at this point.
and I feel like with a song like Not Guilty, there's the line about like the apple cart. And I feel like when he wrote that, Apple Core was just like forming, like it was in the early days. By now, it's abolished, like it is shambles. And like I don't
Not
know.
gonna lie, I think George always had his like his what's the word? Like he never was fully on board with Apple, I feel
No.
like.
Now we're
I mean, you can tell with just a song, can't you?
yeah, 100%. I mean, now we're into like his Dark Horse Records. Like I can't help but feel like not changing that lyric was purposeful. I don't know if I'm reading into it too much, but like, don't know. What I do know is now on to track 3. Here Comes the Moon.
Oh.
And oh, buddy, we got a lot to unpack here.
Honestly, guys, you should seriously see the script right now. Like Harry's section, and then I've just gone absolute ham with my notes.
It's like a virus is like deep in just for this song.
Guys, I don't play when it comes to Here Comes the Moon, okay?
You haven't played whatsoever. This is there's so much here.
Can we just start off and say how iconic it is for George Harrison to make a song called Here Comes the Moon? The sequel, the sister to Here Comes the Sun?
A little brother to the song.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to. But I mean, it's crazy how much this album dives into his past. Obviously, we had extra texture of like, this guitar can't keep from crying, but this one's like a lot more obvious. It's not changing like the whole phrase of it. Like, while my guitar gently weeps is obviously different to guitar can't keep from crying. Like, this is purposely like, and it's a big weight to carry because like how big a song of it is. I mean,
it's the biggest Beatles song.
I mean, like trying to carry on a song like Here Comes the Sun, that's a big weight to carry.
But he smashes it.
It's so natural. Again, it's going back to Harrison's Caribbean like a yin-yang. Like, it only makes sense for a song like this to exist. Like, he sees beauty in like both the night and the day. And there's something about like it's like a mundane song, but it doesn't feel mundane. He finds beauty in it, which
is also a message he repeats throughout the album, like finding the beauty in life.
But I'm sure you have a lot more to say about this song. So why don't you just take the floor?
I just want to add, when you mentioned how a lot of this album is rooted in the Beatles' history, I feel like during this period, all 4 of them were getting a bit nostalgic.
Definitely, yeah.
Like, this is when they were kind of thinking, could they possibly get back together, you know? It's just, it's heartbreaking, but also really sweet to think about.
I mean, even Lennon was getting excited to write music again around this time.
Yeah, okay, but I didn't mean to spiral us. So let's get out of the spiral and say he co-wrote the song with Stevie Nicks. Just let that sink in. Iconic. Like, if anyone is worthy to write a love song about the moon, it's Stevie Nicks. And it's crazy because during 78, when he wrote it with her, she was still relatively new. Like, I think Rumours had just released year prior. But she was still relatively new. I mean, I've written here, she's been famous for about 3 years at that point.
I
And
mean,
here she is writing a song about George Harrison.
she also had a lot to prove. I mean, like coming out of like Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, like that's a
Mm-hmm.
band that influenced the Beatles directly with a song like with the Abbey Road medley, with Albatross.
Albatross.
Yeah,
Albatross. Yeah.
and like that's a big role to step into, and then to be co-writing with George Buddy Harrison is crazy, but it just works so well.
So yeah, that's just crazy to me that these two were in a room together writing a song about the moon. Another thing about this is he wrote it on his birthday in Hawaii. It's just so sweet to think about. And how he was so at peace finally. And he actually said in I Me Mine, everything was so wonderful. And then one evening I turned around and the full moon was coming up as the sun was going down. All this, and here comes the moon. Too much.
And like the demo version, can we just like?
Oh, don't get me started.
I feel like I've got you started.
I can never make my mind up which I prefer. I think it depends on my mood.
It's so depressingly uplifting.
Mm-hmm. That's like most of his demos.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Like he could be the happiest thing, but just him and an acoustic guitar, heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
He could be talking about the sunshine coming out. It could be saying "Sunshine Life" for me just on acoustic guitar, and I'd probably start sobbing. I can't lie.
It's the George Harrison effect, man.
It really is.
And I'm so happy that he wrote this song, because initially he was against writing it. Like he thought people were going to kill him. Because obviously Here Comes the Sun was just such a anthem.
I mean, I do understand that. But I think it's pretty ballsy to be like, fuck it, here comes the moon.
Well, he said in an interview, they've had 10 years to write Here Comes the Moon. I might as well do it myself. He had a Thanos moment.
He literally did.
Fine, I'll do it myself. I need to make a meme about that.
Your shitty Thanos impression. That's staying in. That is there.
I can't believe that's going to be in the universe now. But yeah, long story short, guys, Here Comes the Moon. One of my favorites. One of my all-time favorites from George.
It's just a banger. A banger.
It sends me to another realm, okay?
And then we go on to
the drug song.
The drug song, Soft-Hearted Hannah. So this song is about magic mushrooms. In Hana, Hawaii. Hana. I'm not from Hawaii. I'm sorry.
You're not from Hawaii, really?
I know, crazy. But some bloke from Warner Bros was like, your Deep Blue song is a banger, which is really weird 'cause it's the B-side to Bangladesh. Like, it's a bit of a random song. And then put it to George, was like, just make a more up-tempo version. So he did. And
that's what Soft-Hearted Hannah is.
Yeah, I mean, like how Here Comes the Moon is like a sister-brother song to Here Comes the Sun. George said that this was like the son of Deep Blue.
I'm not really seeing it though.
Neither am I, but I mean, he was on.
The lyrics are just crazy.
He was on drugs, so I mean, he can say what he wants. And Rolling Stone magazine went to say that the last 3 songs on the album have all been like rooted in like psychedelic nostalgia, but with
I agree.
whimsical tone.
I guess that's what he was going for.
It's really weird how it's water from the time saying that, because obviously retrospectively it's easier to see, but to pick up on that like initially,
it's really sweet as well, because I read that Olivia was a huge inspiration for George during this time, and she was helping him, buying him pens and paper to encourage his writing. And she said,
sweet.
What do you get the man who has everything?
A bit of paper and a pen, Liv.
And that's what she did.
And that's why she's the best Beatles wife. And I'm willing to die on that hill.
Hey, I'm on that hill with you.
I'm glad. We're riding it together. Sorry, everyone else.
But yeah, there's not a lot to say about Soft-Hearted Hannah. It's just If I'm going to be honest,
It's a song.
it's a song. Maybe I skip it sometimes. I gotta be in a mood for it, or like if I'm listening to it on vinyl.
Then it's kind of like unavoidable. I mean, like, I guess like the best time to listen to it is if you want like some refreshments. But apart from that, I mean, like the tape loops are cool at the ends.
Yeah. Maybe if you go to the island of Hannah, it hits.
Flipping over the vinyl, we are on to Faster.
Wait, no, we're on Blow Away.
Oh fuck! Did I just go past that? Oh no! Sorry, I was trying to go fast for it. This is gonna be fun to edit.
Yeah.
So imagine that I didn't get it wrong, and that I thought we were on Faster now. We are actually on Blow Away. I definitely did not mess it up and have to edit.
Definitely didn't.
But this song is about a little leak in his home.
Oh.
That's literally what the song's about. He had a leak in his home. It already pissed him off, and instead he decided to be a bit optimistic and make a banging single. To be fair, like actually banging.
Yeah, like I do forgive him for not making Love Comes to Everyone the lead single, because you can't go wrong with Blow Away. If you're in a bad mood, you put that on.
You see the music video with the ducks?
Oh, the music video. It's so cute. Ducks? He's such a cute dad.
And I mean, like, it is funny how he was embarrassed by how simple this song was. But just embrace.
But then he makes a music video.
and then makes a music video like that. It's just the most dad rock thing you'll ever see.
The little dance he does when he's playing the guitar.
It's just a legend. He's at national treasure. Up there like David Attenborough.
It's the most late 70s dad thing I've ever seen.
There's not even like much you can say about it. It's just a fun time. That's like
it really is.
That's like all it sets out to be. Like he was just mad depressed about a little hole in his house and turned it into that. And I mean, I don't know if I'm digging into it a bit too much, but like the line where he's like, the moment has passed like I knew that it should. Is that a reference to All Things Must Pass? Am I Delulu for that?
Is George an Easter egg king?
I mean, when we get onto when we was fab.
Honestly, I've never pieced that together, so maybe you're just thinking into it.
Maybe.
But I love your enthusiasm.
Thank you. And now we're on to the track that I definitely didn't mess up, and now we're onto it.
The song
that has a minute intro of a really shit car sample.
Faster. I really hope you play it. Like a little sound effect.
Imagine
right now.
Copyright, and it's just the start of Faster. We'll make our own sound effect. It'll be fun.
My favorite George Harrison song. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is our least favorite on the album. You probably guessed by now.
It's either this or Soft Hearted Hat, and it depends on the day and the mood. It's not a bad song. I think it's banging. I just think it's just aged like milk, and I haven't really got a passion in Formula One.
Like, I can't, as much as you want us to care, George, I'm sorry, I don't care about Jackie Stewart.
I mean, he put, like, this is obviously the clear focus of the album. I mean, you open up the inner, you got all the other songs, and then you flip it around, you've only got Faster, a massive picture of him and Jackie Stewart. Like, this is where his head's at with the album. And
Can I just note, sorry, can I quickly note something? Okay. He looks really hot in that photo.
Jail. But, I mean, he's true to himself. He's hot, as you like to put it. And, I mean, he was never, like, a fan of promotion, so he really pushed this. I mean, you got the Picture Disc that came out. Like, he is into Formula One. And I think it's cute that he's writing about his passions and that.
Yeah, it's sweet that you can see how much freedom he has with his writing. Like, he's literally like, I love Formula One, let's write about it, write about it.
And I mean,
he doesn't have all these like hang-ups with the record label or anything.
Yeah, it's just him, and I appreciate. I mean, and there are things that you can take away from this song. I mean, Jackie Stewart said that like when you're driving, you're at the very edge of like your limits, and like all your senses are heightened, and that's kind of what George wanted to sing about. And you can kind of take your own inference from that, whether it be about your job, being a musician, like for George, like very different occupations, but like trying like pushing yourself to the edge. And I guess that's kind of what he's angling the song around. But
yeah, he does achieve it, I think. For a song called Faster, it's kind of slow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not expecting him to do some like Eurobeat stuff or whatever, or bring out a drum machine, but
drum machine.
Well, I mean, Paul McCartney's doing it around this time, so it's not off the table.
Mm.
But I mean, songwriting wise, it's a really nice. I can't fault it. Are we just
haters?
We might be. I just haven't got much for the source material. I get this is where his was at, but
the faster Ride or Dies are gonna come for us.
We're gonna get fucked. We're done. So
we're gonna be scrapping with them in the comments.
So I think we should move on swiftly to Dark Sweet Lady, track 7.
Oh, okay. Well, Danny explained how George's favourite number was number 7. And ever since I found this out, I've always taken extra notice to his track 7s.
No, definitely. I mean, he said that in the Brainwashed EPK, and
it's so interesting to see.
It is, and it's something you don't even think. Like, I mean, you could say it's his favorite number, but actually hearing like Danny say how much of a special thing it is in his track listing, like when you go to the album, you kind of pay more attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're saying beforehand it's like Taylor Swift's track 5s, which that is.
I put in my notes like Taylor Swift's track 5. If you know, you know. So if there's any Swifties listening,
then if you know, you know.
Track 5, you know what I mean.
But I think it's really cute how like his co-producer came up to him just to write a song about Olivia. Like,
okay, but I'm also like, why didn't he just write a song about her anyway?
I don't know, but I think it's cute because Olivia also was like requesting a specific type of like Spanishy song.
They were just really pushing him to write a song about her.
I think he was too busy.
Rose over here writing a song about Jackie Stewart.
He was too busy writing about cars. And this is before like the 2006 movie, which if we had a George Harrison song for that, I mean, that would have been unreal. But he was like, had loads of different angles coming at him to write a song. And
he did.
He did, and came up with a banger. A banger.
It's stunning. The opening riff on the Spanish guitar. I'm guessing it's the Spanish guitars.
I have no clue.
But that opening riff
it's a guitar of some kind. It's
beautiful.
It's something special. And I mean, the way it ends with Beauty and the Beast.
Oh my god, no.
Like, we were saying this, and I forgive me if I'm wrong, I think we're the only people to pick up that the end of this song is the exact same notes as Beauty and the Beast.
Right, guys, go back, listen to Dark Sweet Lady.
Please, if you're going to get any takeaway from this video, it's that Disney ripped off George Harrison.
Pause the podcast, go and listen to the last, 30 seconds of Dark Sweet Lady, and come back and tell me that is not Beauty and the Beast.
And if you tell me it's not, listen to it again, and it will be Beauty and the Beast.
But the thing is, it's crazy, Harry, because the first time I listened to this album, it's got to be over a year ago. Every single time, Beauty and the Beast. I thought I was going crazy.
And I actually, I didn't know when Beauty and the Beast came out. I was like, did bro sample that? But no, this is way before.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast was like early 90s.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just assumed it was one of the old ones.
Yeah.
I listened to this song, album probably the first time was about 2019, 2020. So I didn't know. It was all the same to me.
But yeah, Dark Sweet Lady is just, it's a beautiful song. It's really special. You can tell it means a lot to him. And it's a special track, 7.
It really is. I mean, it's just pure Harrison. And it links really well into the next song, actually, Your Love Is Forever. These songs are just like hand in hand, aren't they?
He just, the track list, just banger after banger after banger. Perfection.
After Faster.
After Faster. He is cooking.
This song was originally going to be an instrumental.
Like, excuse me? I can't imagine now.
I know like it has got like a long opening, but it was going to be like an instrumental. It's in like an odd guitar tuning, so George was just like messing around. Like he was finding his own way to do chords, which is really quite cool because so many people have said that George like knows every chord, and here he is like making up his own. It's a very different way of playing for him.
Yeah.
And people have been like debating whether or not this song reflects his love, his faith, but I think it's a bit of both. I don't think it's all about Olivia. But
no, I mean, one of the things I adore about his songwriting is you can never really tell if it's about a relationship or about his relationship with God or in his faith.
Which
he blurs the lines, I think.
I feel like if you were his spouse, you'd be a bit pissed. You'd be like, is this song for me?
I would just assume it is.
I kind of like trick myself, be like, yeah, that's about me. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, literally.
But I think it's like really, because like, even if it is about his spirituality, you can draw so much out of it for yourself. I mean...
Oh, definitely.
Like, it's not overtly anything, which...
And yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to say about songwriting. He doesn't confine himself. It's very open-ended. It's just love, isn't it?
And also his vocals here. Actual thing.
It's just beautiful. I wrote in my notes, for George package, please. I need his voice.
And I think that's enough said. That's just enough said.
Yeah. I'm just so glad it wasn't an instrumental. Next track. Honestly, it's a perfect bridge, I think. From Your Love Is Forever, we are on to Soft Touch.
Banger. Banger after banger.
Honestly, cooking in that studio.
I mean, again, going from his past, I read here that this song came up when he was playing around on a guitar to the horn line of Run of the Mill.
Oh my god.
I actually can't really hear it in Soft Touch.
No, I can't either.
But, I mean, it's the same thing like Deep Blue. Like, he's, whatever you say, George. But he's going back to his past so much. And I think it's not like he's looking back in fondness or regret. He's just making bangers.
Mm.
And this song was floating around... Sorry, go on.
It's sweet that his sentiment is nostalgic. It's not rooted in any negative feelings.
100%, yeah. And I mean, this song's been floating around from... It's a leftover from the 33 and a third sessions. And was influenced by Jim Keltner. If anyone's from the Jim Keltner fan club, represent. Saw him when I saw Bob Dylan. He was the drummer. That was unreal. And he called George's Soft Touch as a nickname. So I think that's really cute how he then turned that into a song.
It's really sweet.
And reading a bit further, in the foreword of the expanded version of I Me Mine, the draft bridge for Soft Touch was in German translating to One More Time, which is what the Beatles used to say when they were in their Hamburg shows before going on. And obviously at the end of Piggies, as the One More Time. Like, it's always been a recurring thing in George. And I think it's just really sweet how like he wanted to push away and be a solo career, but he always finds a way to come back in his own George.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, I said it earlier, but during this period, it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
After the breakup, and it's heartwarming to know that he was still thinking about it, and they all were.
They all were. I mean,
they all were just a little nostalgic.
And I know he's like, Beatles this, Beatles that, piss over the Beatles, sort over the Beatles, but I don't think he really felt like that. I know there's always a bit that he loved being the guy in the band. He didn't like being the solo guy.
Yeah, he's always been a band guy.
Which, I mean, this is like, I feel like this is the closest we get before, obviously, like, Trapping Wilburys live in Japan, where he's the happiest.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can tell immediately, listening really to the music. Olivia said herself, this is probably the happiest writing sessions, especially out in Hawaii and wherever they were holidaying.
Yeah, just like perfect days is what she said. Like, it doesn't get better than that.
And it comes through in the music. You can hear it.
It really does, yeah.
And Soft Touch is probably my favorite song on the album.
If you had to pick, like, that, like, you reckon that's your favorite?
I go back and forth on Soft Touch and Your Love Is Forever.
No, I get that.
Those two are just, they're perfect to me.
Oh my god,
but I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, not at all. Oh my god, we are on to the final track.
We got there already?
Yeah, I know. Speeding it. And this is If You Believe.
Well, it started as a demo from Gary Wright, and they co-wrote together.
Yeah, I read that he went off and he was like, here's a bit that I got. I don't know if you can make anything out of it. And by the night, I mean, they had the crux of the song.
I mean, imagine saying, don't know if you can make anything out of it, to George Harrison.
Of course he can. Bro literally made piggies. He could do anything. But I feel like this is the thesis of the album. It goes Love Comes to Everyone. It's like a bookend.
It perfectly caps the end of this.
It really does.
It's the perfect finale.
Like, I mean, first it's got lyrics like knocking it open wide. And then like all your loves are reflected back to you if you believe. It's different context, but they both have like a shared purpose and like cohesion to them. I just feel it really it just sums up how he was at the time. And I mean, from the depression before, it's really nice to see.
It's a perfect ending to this album.
It really is, yeah.
It's crazy for me to think, like, 4 years before this, he was singing songs like Grey Cloudy Lies.
And coked out of his mind.
We love recovery.
We really do.
This is his happiest and healthiest George, I think.
By a long margin as well. I mean, it gets a bit happy with Wilburys, but I feel like this is peak Harrison. Yeah, closing off the album, thoughts. I mean, for me, this album, it draws from the past, but it also looks into the future. Like, there's no time point for this album. Anyone can jump in. Like, you don't have to be a hardcore George fan, or you can be, and you can get similar things from it. You don't have to invest a lot of time or like effort into it like you would with an album like All Things Must Pass. I just feel like you can dig as deep as you want into this album. Like, you can read into the lyrics and references to him in the Beatles and that, or you can just go, yeah, it's a nice summer song. You
can just enjoy it for what it is.
You really can, yeah. I mean, I've got lots of fond memories. My mum's not really big into the Beatles or anything, but around lockdown, there were some beautiful sunsets, and I just sit in the garden with my phone, and she was enjoying it. Like, she didn't like know many songs by George Harrison. It was just a lovely time, and I mean, listening to Here Comes the Moon with the moon, it's just such a surreal feeling. I recommend it to anyone who's listened to this podcast. As cringe as it sounds, bloody love
If
it.
you've got a clear night tonight, guys,
can't
go out
lie,
and look at the moon and listen to the song.
I can't lie, it's pissing outside at the moment, so it's not really George Harrison's
Yeah,
type of weather.
it's not nice here today.
But I mean, it's just a, even if it's like a shitty March day, you can chuck in your headphones and you just feel the sun. Like, it's such a warm album.
We've mentioned it a lot in this deep dive, but cohesion is the word of the day for me.
100%, yeah.
It's the way you said, like, you can throw any song on and just be transported somewhere else. That's what this album does to me. It's escapism. It's peak George Harrison.
I really don't think there's another album in his discography that's so, like, true to his sound.
Like, and true to him.
Yeah.
I know we say All Things Must Pass is his magnum opus, and it's him all over.
I mean, that's my favourite album of all time, but I feel like...
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's so many songs that vary, and that's a good thing. I mean, it's a triple album. If all the songs sounded the same, I'd be pretty...
But at this time, each album he made, I think, was becoming more... I don't want to say cohesive again.
But no,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do get what you mean.
More tightly packed into this.
Each album's got its own kind of sound, and this one just runs with it the most.
Yeah.
It
runs with the whole being on the beach, being in love.
Yeah. It's not
new beginnings.
Kooky Gondropo. It's just a nice, it's just someone that's relaxed. Someone that's...
And it's... Olivia's stated so many times that this is the happiest point in George's life.
Yeah. It's not like him...
From that period, like...
Yeah, you can tell that it's not him trying to write a happy song when he's miserable. It's him just writing songs.
Yeah. So, Harry, I'm going to end this episode and ask you, what are your top 3 songs from this album?
Top 3 from that? It does float around, but in no order. I've got to go with Here Comes the Moon, Love Comes to Everyone, and probably Your Love Is Forever. If I had to pick a favourite song, it would be Love Comes to Everyone.
Stunning.
What about you?
I feel like I've already shown my cards, but number 1, Soft Touch. Then Your Love Is Forever. And Here Comes the Moon.
And you know what? There's no arguments here. Maybe when we get to an album like Somewhere in England, we might be scrapping a bit. But I mean,
yeah, I think
like we come from this from like quite a similar angle. But yeah, I'd like to apologise to any Formula One fans out there. It was not our intention to make you feel small. It's just not personally where our head is at. But I appreciate that George was very into that, and more power to him.
He had the freedom to do what he wanted.
More power to him. More power to you. It's just not for me personally.
But anyway, I think that's a good place to end.
That is a good place to wrap it up.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Again, support has been unreal. In the next episode, we are looking at George's work within the Beatles. So we're going to all of his work throughout the albums and singles and B-sides, all core releases on the Parlophone label. This will be a 2-parter, so keep an eye out. And
I'm really excited for it.
Me too. And it ends on the Inner Light, so you know.
It's just perfect.
It's almost like we planned it. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Further one travels, the less one knows, the less one really knows.
Yeah, we're really sorry. We're really sorry to Jackie Stewart as well.
But
is he still alive? Oh my god, is he still... Wait, let me Google this.